Close to a sellout crowd at Middle Township's large gymnasium here for this game between the number 1 seeded Middle Township team and the number 3 seeded Manchester Township team. So an electric atmosphere here tonight, and Middle Township going for its first South Jersey title in a few years, and they hope to secure it tonight on their home floor.
And I'll tell you, Brian, like you said, yes, an electric atmosphere, as there is a huge contingent have come down from Manchester Township. They brought 3 busloads of students and fans, besides those that travel down by car. So the gym is almost sold out, and it will surely be sold out. And as Brian had said, it's the top-seeded Panthers coming in here at 25-3, and the 3rd-seeded Manchester Township Hawks at 23-5. And the winner will advance to Wednesday's state semifinal against the winner of tonight's Central Jersey title game between Manasquan and Rumson Fairhaven. So there's a lot of anxiety or nervous energy, excuse me, building up in this gymnasium. In Manchester, they are a very young basketball team, excuse me. I would figure Brian would step away and all of a sudden I would get a mosquito in my throat. But anyway, Manchester,
I think you have a whole hive living in there.
Manchester, a very young team, so it's going to be the young Manchester team against the veteran Middle Township team, and Manchester's leading scorer is a freshman, and their 3rd leading scorer is also a freshman. So there's going to be a lot to watch here.
Kamari Reynolds, just to mention that freshman, buddy, she averages 14.4 points per game, and she also leads the team in steals at a little over 4 per game, actually close to 5 per game. So, and she's their leading assist girl too. She averages 3 assists a game. So they are a very, very talented and young ball club. Middle Township is going for its 7th South Jersey title in girls basketball. I did mention they won one a few years ago. That was back in 2012. They won it right here on their home floor against Del Rand. Their other South Jersey titles came in 1983, 1985, and then 3 out of 4 years in 92, 94, and 95. And in 94 and 95, Middle went on to win state championships. So, and the winner of this game will play, we believe, on Wednesday at a site to be determined. So it is at Williamstown. We're being told the game is at Williamstown on Wednesday. So it's Middle Township and Manchester Township. A little bit about how both teams got here. Manchester Township, the 3 seed. They really had an easy time in their opener. They beat number 14 Camden 87-18. They then knocked off Cedar Creek 58-31. And then they got by the team that a lot of people thought before the year was the favorite to win it, Haddonfield, and they won at Haddonfield in impressive fashion, 47-32. Middle Township got a bye in the first round as the number 1 seed. They beat Barnegat 59-37 in a game that really wasn't that close. And then they really slogged their way through a semifinal game, and they were actually down a point in the 3rd quarter and won that game 29-22. And there were almost as many goals scored in a high school soccer game as there were field goals in that Middle Sterling game. But Middle came away a 29-22 winner, and they both got here. That's how they both got here to this game on Monday night. As Buddy mentioned, Middle, a very veteran team. They're led by their 4 seniors, Jenna Hurley, Bridget Ruskey. They are the 2 leading scorers. Ruskey is a 1,000-point scorer for her career. She averages 13.5 a game. Hurley averages just under 11 a game. And then you also have Olivia Nelson, who's their best inside presence, and Allison Hunter, who can really do a little bit of everything and is their best defender. So the 4 seniors leading John Leahy's team here at Middle Township.
And you know, Brian, And that's, you know, again, we can't overemphasize. It's going to come down to the veteran leadership, which obviously Middle Township is loaded with girls that have been in this game before or been in the program, been around the game, having had a tough loss last year at Sterling High School, also losing the year before. And Middle has not won a South Jersey title since 2012. So the opportunity, one, to be here on their home floor and to try and get that streak snapped.
All right, so it's Middle and Manchester. The South Jersey Championship game brought to you by the Bellevue Tavern. Great food, great times, and great crab cakes are waiting for you at the Bellevue. Enjoy Courthouse Casual, fine food and spirits since 1905. They're about to have the starting lineups and the national anthem. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back right after this. South Jersey Group 2 Championship game. We're live on the coast, and we're also live on a live video stream brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance, and that is available on YouTube. Go to Matt OCNJ, search that, and the broadcast will come up. You'll be able to click right through and see a live broadcast. All right, back after this 3-minute timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
About the Wildwoods,
the surfing,
the fishing,
the boardwalk, great food, beautiful free beaches, water slides,
games,
great shopping,
the tram car,
fun places to stay,
the rides,
great entertainment.
I love those Wildwood days and nights.
Visit wildwoodsnj.com/love to share your stories, photos, and videos for a chance to win great prizes and get your free Wildwoods vacation guide with over $400 in valuable coupons.
At this time, will everybody please rise and move your hats and remain quiet while Marcy Stoller sings.
All right, Hawks, let's go, Manchester! Can you see by the dawn's early dawn what so proudly we at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes set bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the rampart marched, words of gallantry streaming, and the rockets rang, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, take us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land and the
Norm, if you can get us back as ASAP. Thanks.
Thank you, Mrs. Stoller. You will do that.
She's an aide in high school. Her kids go here, her kids went here. Her husband's a pastor.
Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, South Jersey Group 2 championship game. Manchester Township, they'll wear away blues trimmed in gold. They're coached by Dave Boschman. Kamari Reynolds, a freshman. Dakota Adams, a sophomore. Serenity Anderson, a freshman. Aaliyah Moore, a junior. And Deja Adams, a freshman, will start for Manchester Township. Middle Township in white, trimmed in black and orange. The four seniors, Allison Hunter, Bridget Rusky, Jenna Herlihy, Olivia Nelson, and sophomore Nadine Coyle. Three officials for the game. It's George Golding, Jeff O'Neill, Mary Rucher. George Golding has the ball in the center. He tosses. The tip is controlled by Manchester Township. Here's Reynolds, guarded by Rusky. Middle Township comes out man-to-man, which is what they usually play. Driving is Serenity Anderson, an offensive foul. Rusky stepped in help side, and a great defensive play 14 seconds into the game.
And Serenity Anderson, another one of the freshmen for this Hawks lineup, and she quickly picks up her first.
And
another quick foul.
Oh, I don't know about that. They call a foul against Manchester Township. I mean, that ball went out of bounds. That's one of those, just give possession to middle. You don't want a lot of fouls called in a South Jersey final. We're 15 seconds in, and Manchester's got 2 fouls on them already.
And that one was on Aaliyah Moore, the junior, her first, team second.
Bridget Rusky across the division line. Holding the dribble. Hands off to Jenna Herlihy. Herlihy around a screen. We have an illegal screen called. Oh, no, an offensive. Yeah, well, it was an illegal screen. It was called a player control foul. That's not correct because Nadine Coyle didn't have the ball. But here we are 26 seconds into this game. We don't have an official shot attempt, and we have 3 fouls on the board.
And Nadine Coyle, the sophomore, picks up her first, team's first. That was clearly an illegal screen.
Driving to the basket, floating one up and in is Kamari Reynolds. Middle with the basketball. Here's Allison Hunter. She'll bring it up against Serenity Anderson. Hunter will initiate the offense. Hands off to Rusky on the wing. Rusky ball fakes. Brings it out, goes to Nelson on the wing. Nelson dribbles once, goes in the corner to Nadine Coyle. Coyle holds, flips it out to Allison Hunter. Hunter to Herlihy. Herlihy over to Rusky. Rusky fakes, drives, gets to the basket, missed the layup. Rebound Nadine Coyle, kicks it out to Herlihy. Herlihy, top of the key, gives Middle Township another possession, trailing 2-0, 6:40 into the contest. Herlihy picked up the dribble, flips it over to Rusky. Rusky to Hunter. Hunter holds, looks, lobs, ball was tipped and it's stolen away. Pushing is Aaliyah Moore. Moore over to Anderson. Anderson driving, shut off, goes back to Moore. And now it's Reynolds. She'll reset the offense between the 2 circles. Pass is tipped, nearly stolen away by Jenna Herlihy. It goes out of bounds.
6:10 to play here in the opening quarter. Manchester Township 2, Middle Township 0.
Aaliyah Moore pounds the left-handed dribble. Now walks it back right side, hands off to Kamari Reynolds. Reynolds takes it to the right. Holding against Bridget Rusky. Lobs in the post. Spinning, jump hook, and the friendly roll is good by Dakota Adams. Here's Rusky taking it up the wing. Rusky driving to the basket, stops. They call her for a travel.
That's going to be the second turnover against Middle Township. And again, the Lady Panthers getting off to a shaky start here on the offensive end.
Although Anderson, after they had the pressure beat, throws it away. Middle Township showed full court pressure there for the first time. And they force a turnover. But Middle is still looking for their first basket. Trailing 4-0, 5.5 to go first quarter. And Middle's been known to get off the slow starts. And speaking of slow starts, there's another turnover. Nadine Coyle drops a pass on the sideline.
With 5:25 to go here in the first quarter, excuse me, Middle's played 2:35, and they've only gotten 1 field goal attempt off.
Here's Reynolds. pulling her way into the lane. Tough shot, no good. Good defense by Rusky, and she got the defensive rebound as well. Rusky pushing for middle across the division line. Takes the ball to the wing, goes to Nelson. Nelson holds, goes back out to Hunter. Now it's Herlihy. Herlihy looking to drive, and she is fouled. And Middle Township will inbound the ball underneath.
And that foul is going to be on the freshman, the leading scorer for the Hawks, Kamari Reynolds. She picks up her first. It's going to be the third team foul.
They get it in the post to Nelson. Now they get it back out to Herlihy. Middle will reset the offense. Rusky holds. Manchester Township now in a 2-3 extended zone. Herlihy holding on the wing now. Bounces back to Hunter. Swung over to Rusky. Rusky for three. Short. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Middle Township.
Assistant boys coach Andy Ludman, standing next to me, was able to field that loose ball.
Aaliyah Moore with it for Manchester Township. Up across the division line. Flips it off to Kamari Reynolds, the talented freshman. Reynolds holds. Goes right side to Moore. Moore backs away, goes to Anderson. Anderson over to Reynolds. Reynolds guarded by Rusky. Still holds the dribble.
Now Manchester showing very good patience offensively.
Reynolds kicks. Now it's Anderson. Driving, dipping in, off the glass, no good. Rebound off of Manchester and out of bounds.
Allison Hunter had good inside position that time, boxing out. Middle Township able to get possession of the ball.
4-0 midway through the first quarter. Middle Township trails Manchester. Middle with the basketball. Coyle goes over to Herlihy, in the corner to Hunter. Hunter off a screen from Herlihy. Herlihy now a baseline drive. Floater is good.
And that's that little patent left-handed.
Here's a steal by Herlihy. Did she keep it in bounds? Yes. Got it to Nelson. And here comes Hunter. Flips it up to Nadine Coyle. Coyle back to Hunter. Hunter holding. To Coyle again in the corner. Dropped it. Now it's loose on the floor. That's the second drop pass by Nadine Coyle.
And that's another unforced turnover.
And now we have a foul called on Middle. That'll go against Jenna Herlihy.
That's going to be the first personal foul on the senior guard. Jenna Herlihy picks up her first, team's second, 3:18 to play, first quarter. Manchester Township 4, Middle Township 2.
Victoria London comes in for Middle Township. Kamari Reynolds on the right side in front of the Middle Township bench. Gets some instruction from head coach Dave Boschman. Now passes over to Deja Adams. Adams to Serenity Anderson. Anderson down the right side and flips it off to Aaliyah Moore. Moore drives off the glass and good.
Good strong move that time by the junior guard. Puts our team back up 4, 6-2.
Rusky in the corner, a baseline drive, and they call her for traveling.
And that's going to be the 5th turnover against the Lady Panthers. They turned it over 6 times the entire basketball game Friday night against Sterling.
Moore breaks the pressure by herself with the dribble, goes into the lane, kicks out. And now Anderson at the top of the key. Flips it over to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to break down Rusky, can't. Gets a ball screen, kicks out. Here's Anderson working against London. London nearly stopped her and forced a bad pass that Herlihy could have stolen, but couldn't reel it in, did get her fingers on it. But now it's Reynolds restarting the offense for Manchester Township. They lead 6-2, 2 minutes to go first quarter. Here's Anderson, right wing, lobs in the post. Shot up is no good by Adams. Fights for the rebound. Kicks it out. Jumper on the way is no good by Asia Harper. Middle trying to run. Bad pass from Rusky. Stolen away by Moore. Lobbed across to Anderson. Fakes a three. Drives. And a foul is called. And she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Right now, Manchester Township is dominating the flow of this game. They lead at 6-2 with 1:32 to go first quarter.
Well, again, Middle Township turning the ball over. Very uncharacteristic of the Lady Panthers. But credit Manchester Township's defense. Middle's turned it over 6 times. They've scored just 2 points. They've only taken 3 shots. They're 1 of 3 from the floor. But again, those 6 turnovers are very critical.
Anderson makes both, and what a sweet stroke she has at the line. 8-2, Manchester Township leads Middle. Hunter bounces it up to Herlihy. Herlihy to the lane, jump hook off the glass and good. Oh, Jenna Herlihy at 5'5" is a finisher in the lane for this Middle Township team. That's a carrying violation. Good call by the official there. Anderson hesitated with the dribble and really cupped her hand underneath the ball, and that'll give it to Middle Township.
And Brian, she's a fearless finisher.
Yep.
She is not deterred about being 5'5" and taking the ball into the lane against much taller players.
Rusky across the division line. Holds. Lost the dribble. Flips it to London. London holding. Looking. Oh, bad pass. Bad angle on the pass. She was looking for Olivia Nelson and threw it out of bounds. 8-4. Manchester on top. 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Anderson. Pushing the ball up the floor. Takes it right side. Goes out to Reynolds. Reynolds picked up now by London. 45 seconds to go in the period. Reynolds drives to the basket. No good. Rebound. Battled for. It's loose. Middle had it. Lost it. Reynolds in the lane and the finger roll is good. 26 seconds to go. Manchester by 6. Rusky kicks out. London for 3. No good off the iron. Long rebound will come down to Nelson. Nelson to Herlihy. Herlihy passes down low to Rusky. Jump hook off the glass, no good. Rebound battled for. It'll come out to Rusky with 9 seconds to go in the period. Rusky to Herlihy. Herlihy fakes, drives into the paint, and is fouled. Good drive by Jenna Herlihy to give Middle an opportunity to get points here late in the first quarter.
Well, again, there, Jenna Herlihy catches the ball out on the right baseline, sees an opportunity again to drive, puts the ball in her left hand, takes it up against a much bigger Dakota Adams, challenges the sophomore, and draws the foul.
First free throw is good, and if you've never seen Jenna Herlihy play, she's actually right-handed, but prefers to finish and shoot in the lane with her left hand. As you can see at the foul line, she shoots them right-handed. And the second free throw is also good. 10-6, Manchester on top. Reynolds pushing and won't get the shot away before the end of the period. So after 10-6 Manchester, back after this 30-second timeout. South Jersey Group 2 Girls Championship game on 98.7 The Coast.
Of course, I thought I'd grow out of it, but it's still a part of my life.
Me too, Mom. Now I enjoy it right alongside my kids.
Whoa, 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 those wild days. Wow, wow, wow days. Oh, baby, every day's a holiday. Every night is Saturday.
We love the Wildwoods.
Win a free Wildwoods family vacation at wildwoodsnj.com.
Packed house at Middle Township High School. Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbonton, South Jersey Group 2 Girls Championship game. Manchester Township leading Middle Township 10-6 after 1 quarter. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Reef Family Pharmacy, a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South in Cape May Courthouse. They've been serving the local community since 2009, and their 2 pharmacists have a combined 47 years of experience. Go Panthers. Good luck to Middle Township from Guatita. The Greater Wildwoods Tourism Improvement and Development Authority wishes good luck to all of the players in tonight's game. Middle will have the basketball, trailing at 10-6, start of the second quarter. Jenna Hurley inbounds, goes to Bridget Ruskey.
Middle Township shot 2 for 8 from the floor in that first quarter. Manchester shot 4 of 11. But the telling statistic, Brian, Middle turned it over 8 times.
This is a 1-3-1 extended zone here by Manchester. Here's London with it. Goes to Ruskey. Ruskey gets it to Hurley. Hurley trapped. Back to Ruskey. She drives, steps in, kicks. Victoria London for 3. That's short. Rebound Nadine Coyle. Kicks to Ruskey. Elbow jumper. That's short. Coyle another rebound. They're going to call her for traveling. Middle Township fans are incensed, saying that the reason she fell is because she got bumped to the ground.
See how long it takes for Middle Township coach John Leahy to get his freshman sharpshooter on the floor. Kira Sides against this zone that Manchester's playing.
Here's Reynolds. Goes to Harper. Harper a jumper, no good. Long rebound to Nadine Coyle. She wants to push to the basket, and her layup is no good. Rebound Hurley in the paint, no good, but a foul. And Jenna Hurley will get 2 shots. 6:57 to go before halftime, 10-6 Manchester.
And right now, Jenna Hurley has all 6 Middle Township points. That foul was called on number 3, Camelia Spence for the Hawks, her first, team's 5th.
Hurley's first free throw is good. It's 10-7 Manchester. Hurley to make it a 2-point game. And that one's good. Kamari Reynolds pushing for Manchester. Flips it right side to Serenity Anderson. Anderson against Kira Sides. Just checked into the game. Now it's Aisha Harper. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds for 3. Spins in and out. Rebound comes down to Manchester. And a traveling violation. Traveling was Dakota Adams after the offensive rebound.
Yeah, Dakota Adams, the sophomore, she got her 3rd offensive rebound. But as Brian called, then she traveled before she could kick it out. It's going to be the 4th turnover against the Hawks.
Here's Ruskey with the basketball. Holds, goes over to Allison Hunter. Hunter back to Hurley, head of the circle. Kira Sides with it now. Swings to Ruskey on the wing. Allison Hunter between the circles. Manchester has switched back to man-to-man defense. Hunter, great backdoor look to Hurley. His shot was blocked. Got her own rebound. Gets in the lane. Kicks. Sides for 3. Short. Rebound Coyle. Oh, Coyle tried to kick it out and threw it away. Now running is Anderson. Anderson, offensive foul. What a great play by Allison Hunter to get back in defensive position and took the spin from Anderson in the chest, and it's an offensive foul.
And that's a big, big foul because that's going to be the 2nd personal foul on Serenity Anderson. The freshman picks up her 2nd, team's 6th. And again, Brian, you said it at the top of the broadcast, Allison Hunter, she does a lot of little things out there on the court. A very sound, fundamental team role player. And right there, that's the type of stuff that does not show up on the stat sheet, but that was a big, big play.
Ruskey across the division line. Spins away from pressure, hands off to Hurley. Hurley goes over to Hunter. Hunter back to Hurley. Now it's Ruskey again. Ruskey hands off to Hurley. She goes in the corner. Sides for 3. Short. Rebound brought down by Reynolds. Reynolds pushing. Reynolds into the lane, stripped. And now Coyle lobs it ahead to Hunter. Hunter to the basket, layup is no good. Got her own rebound, and the follow is good. And Middle has tied the game at 10. Here's Aaliyah Moore for Manchester. Backs up, fires a three, and knocks it down. I don't know if that was the greatest shot selection, but it works for Manchester, and they retake the lead.
And it works for Aaliyah Moore, the junior.
Here's Hunter driving into the paint, lost it, loose. Hunter picks it up into the paint, short, rebound, and now we have a foul called against Manchester. And that's the 7th team foul, and that's going to send, I believe, Kira Sides to the line for a 1-and-1. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if Middle Township even knows who was fouled. And now Sides will walk to the line.
Well, it was going to be between Jenna Hurley or Kira Sides. Jenna is 4 for 4 from the line as she has scored 8 of Middle Township's 10 points.
Bethany Burton, a 6-foot forward, checks into the game for Manchester. Kira Sides a 1-and-1. Free throw is good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for the freshman. 13-11, 4:40 to play here in the second quarter. South Jersey Group 2 championship game. Right here live at Middle Township.
Sides' second free throw goes in and out. So Manchester still a 2-point lead. Kamaya Spence in the game for Manchester. She gets it up to Kamari Reynolds. Reynolds, the left-hand dribble, into the paint, and she's fouled by Olivia Nelson. And she'll get 2 shots.
Olivia Nelson, the 5'10" senior, she picks up her second. That's going to be the 4th team foul here in the first half against the Lady Panthers.
Free throw by Reynolds is good. Manchester is 3 for 3 at the line. Second free throw is no good. And Kamari Reynolds was just a victim to the 98-7 the Coast jinx, buddy. As soon as we mention that someone or some team is perfect from the line, it's sure to miss. Rebound, though, goes off of Middle and out of bounds, and Manchester will have it.
Yeah, it was a long rebound.
Inbound pass nearly thrown away. 3 ball on the way, and it's good. And that was Kamaya Spence. And Manchester has matched its largest lead of the game at 17-11 after Middle had tied it at 10 not too long ago. Pass in the post. Hurley, what a great feed from Bridget Rusky. Hurley banks it in. And she's got 10 of Middle's 13.
That was a nice little give and go. Hurley threw it to Bridget on the left side, top of the key. Cut to the lane. Bridget returned it. Jenna using the backboard scores the basket.
Moore with it. Goes in the corner to Harper for Manchester. Pass in the post. Tipped away. Nice play by Olivia Nelson fronting the post player. Hunter passes to Rusky. It's loose. Hurley in the paint, and she is fouled by Kamari Reynolds. That's going to send Hurley to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and if that's going to be on Kamari Reynolds, the freshman, that's going to be her second. That's a tough break for the Hawks for Manchester.
Middle Township wants a timeout. 3:31 to go, second quarter, 17-13. Manchester on top. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
Of course, I thought I'd grow out of it, but it's still a part of my life.
Me too, Mom. Now I enjoy it right alongside my kids.
Wow, 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 those wild days. Wow, 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 days. Every day's a holiday. Every night is Saturday.
We love the Wildwoods.
Win a free Wildwoods family vacation at wildwoodsnj.com.
All right, 17-13, Manchester Township over Middle. Jenna Hurley, he's about to go to the line for a 1-and-1 for Middle Township. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Cleanse White Pools and Spas. Family owned and operated, Cleanse White Pools and Spas has been providing quality products for pools and spas in Cape May County since 1965. Helping families have fun for almost 50 years. Located at 2410 Route 9 South, Rio Grande. Go Panthers. Jenna Hurley, a 1-and-1 here. They're saying 2 shots on this. There were 2 players battling for a loose ball underneath. I mean, it's all academic because Hurley, he just made that free throw, but that was not a 2-shot foul. Hurley, he and Reynolds were battling for a loose ball, and the foul was called against Reynolds, but Hurley, he makes both anyway. 17-15. Manchester on top.
Jenna makes it academic.
Reynolds in the corner to Moore. Moore holds. Puts the ball on the floor against Kira Sides. Drives. Kicks. Shot up by Reynolds for 3, and it's good. Third three-pointer of this period for Manchester. They lead it 20-15. Ruski goes to Hurley. Back to Ruski. Swung to Hunter. Hunter for 3. Got it.
And
Allison Hunter answers.
That was a big 3-ball. Middle had yet to hit one in this game.
Reynolds left side against Ruski.
And Manchester's gotten 3 3-point field goals from 3 different players.
20-18. Manchester leading the ball. Reynolds goes high post. Nearly stolen away, and now it is stolen away. Hurley, he tipped it once, then Ruski came in and got it. Ruski across the division line, picks up the dribble, flips it over to Sides. Sides a drive, kicks. Hunter for 3, that's going to be no good long. Rebound, Nelson, no good. And now we're going to have a foul on Middle Township over the back.
And if that's going to be called on Olivia Nelson, it's going to be her 3rd.
They call it on Sides, buddy.
Yes, the freshman, Kira Sides. So Kira picks up her first 15 foul. 2:13 to play here in the first half. It's Manchester Township 20, Middle Township 18. South Jersey Group 2 Girls Championship action right here on 98.7 The Coast.
Here's Kamari Reynolds for Manchester. To Aaliyah Moore on the left side, guarded by Kira Sides. Moore flips it over to Deja Adams, who hands off, who gets it to Asia Harper. Now driving is Moore, and she is fouled by Coyle. And Moore went down hard. Aaliyah Moore will go to the line for 2 shots.
Now Leah Moore, the junior, as Brian said, she's got 5 points. She went down hard. She drove hard to the right side. Actually, a good job of help side defense by Nadine Coyle. Nadine was not allowing an easy basket, so that was a good, hard, clean foul.
Free throw is good by Moore. She has 6 points.
Both teams shooting good free throws, or shooting well from the foul line here in the first half.
Second free throw is good. It's Manchester by 4, 22-18, 1:50 to go, second quarter. South Jersey Group 2 championship game. Packed house here at Middle Township High School. Jenna Hurley holds, goes to Allison Hunter. Hunter back to Hurley. Hurley, he drives, kicks to Hunter. Ruski, baseline 3, no good, an air ball. Rebound taken by Kamaya Spence. She's running to the basket. No good, in and out. Rebound to Allison Hunter. Hunter will bring it up across midcourt. Hunter flips to Ruski. Ruski to Hunter. Ruski again on the wing. Now it's Hunter. Ball fakes, steps in, bounces to Hurley. She fakes, trying to drive, shut off, back to Hunter. Hunter to Rusky. Rusky to sides. Sides fakes, goes back to Hunter. Herlihy a drive, kicks. Rusky baseline three short. Rebound, Coyle. Oh, what a great pass. Herlihy's layup is good. A nifty bounce pass in traffic from Nadine Coyle to Jenna Herlihy. And Middle gets to within 2 again. 40 seconds to go in the period. Possession arrow in Middle's favor. Let's see if Manchester wants to hold for one.
Good heady play by the sophomore Nadine Coyle. Great presence of mind as she got that offensive rebound, found Herlihy wide open under the basket for an easy layup.
Kamari Reynolds just bouncing the basketball between the two circles. 15 seconds to go now. And now she's ready to go. Gets around a ball screen, drives off the glass, no good. Rebound Rusky. She wants to push, 3 seconds to go. She's gonna fire. And that ball hits the ceiling. And it's gonna give Manchester the ball on the sideline with 0.5 of a second to go.
Bridget Rusky having a frustrating first half.
They get it in, and the buzzer sounds. So 22-20 at the half. Manchester leads Middle Township. We'll be back after this 4-minute timeout on 98.7 The Coast WCZT.
That if you leave the gymnasium and leave the building, you will not be allowed to return. I repeat, you leave the building, you will not be allowed to return.
About the Wildwoods,
The surfing.
the fishing,
The boardwalk. Great food. Beautiful free beaches. Water slides.
Games.
Great shopping.
The tram car.
Fun places to stay.
Rides. Great entertainment. I love those Wildwood days and nights.
Visit wildwoodsnj.com/love to share your stories, photos, and videos for a chance to win great prizes and get your free Wildwoods vacation guide with over $400 in valuable coupons.
get a perimeter shot to go down, but I think that's going to be the difference in the game. You got to make 2 or 3 perimeter shots in the second half.
All right, Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City. Thanks for joining us at the half. It's Manchester Township leading Middle Township 22-20. South Jersey Group 2 Girls Championship game. We're going to take a 90-second timeout. Come back with the start of the second half right after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Of course, I thought I'd grow out of it, but it's still a part of my life.
Me too, Mom. Now I enjoy it right alongside my kids.
Wow, 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 those wild days. Wow, 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 days. Oh, baby, every day's a holiday. Every night is Saturday.
We love the Wildwoods.
Win a free Wildwoods family vacation at wildwoodsnj.com.
Life is busy. We want insurance policy choices that are easy to make. With the J. Byrne Insurance Consumer Rate Quote, now you can, anytime, 24 hours a day. Go to jbaquote.com to compare fast, free quotes now. We are an independent agency representing choice, helping you to find carriers in minutes. Enter some simple information and instantly get the best rates from the best carriers to find what policy is best for you, all in one place. Quick, easy choices. Compare your free quotes today at jbaquote.com.
Come back to the one place where family fun rules in the surf, in the sand, and high above our world-famous boardwalk. A place where rush hour has a whole new meaning. Return to the place where refreshment is defined in so many different ways. That special place where lazy summer days turn into exciting summer nights.
A place 8 winners will enjoy for free. You could be one. Just visit us online.
Ocean City, New Jersey. Welcome back to your place.
Okay, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten, 22-20. Manchester Township leads Middle Township. South Jersey Group 2 Girls Championship game here on the coast. Brought to you by Radzetta Funeral Home. They take pride in offering personalized service to each family. Radzetta Funeral Home on Hand Avenue in Cape May Courthouse. The Borough of Avalon, cooler by a mile. For a list of exciting events and sports camps in 2017, log on to visitavalonnj.com. Model Cleaners for whiter whites, brighter colors, and fabrics that look and feel softer. Stop by Model Cleaners at 411 Route 9 North at Cape May Courthouse. Make sure you say hello to our good friend Rob over at Model Cleaners. Ferguson Deckert, located at 2789 Dune Drive in Avalon, or online at fdrealestate.com. Ferguson Deckert finds you opportunities that others miss. Start of the second half, Manchester Township will have it, leading by 2, 22-20. Serenity Anderson inbounds to Deja Adams. Adams flips it over to Kamari Reynolds. Reynolds between the two circles, middle straight up man to man, which is pretty much all they ever play. Here's Aaliyah Moore. Moore stops, kicks. Reynolds a drive to the basket. Great help by Nadine Coyle. Oh, but Olivia Nelson turned it right over after the rebound. But now Hunter gets the second rebound and lobs it ahead to Jenna Herlihy. Herlihy center of the floor. She lost it. Here's Moore running to the basket. No good, but a foul. And a blocking foul on Allison Hunter. Good call by the official.
Allison Hunter's going to pick up her first. Team's first of the second half.
Boy, Middle gets a stop, and then, against a team that's as athletic and quick as Manchester, you can't just, or you really against anybody, but you can't just turn and blindly throw outlet passes, and that came back to bite Middle Township there.
Aaliyah Moore at the line, a junior. She knocks down the first one.
Second free throw is also good. Manchester by 4. Here's Rusky with the basketball. Takes the ball across the division line against Aaliyah Moore. Spins away from her pressure, takes it right side, goes to Jenna Herlihy. Herlihy holds. Goes back to Hunter. Hunter to Nelson. Herlihy was knocked to the deck. Here's Rusky. Rusky, head and shoulders fake, kicks in the corner, Allison Hunter. Hunter walks it back out to the wing, goes to Nelson. Nelson swings it right side to Rusky. Rusky over to Hunter. Hunter back out to Herlihy. In the corner, Nadine Coyle. To Nelson, to Hunter, left side to Herlihy. Herlihy holding the dribble, goes to Rusky. Rusky behind Herlihy, screen for three, off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Dakota Adams for Manchester. Manchester a 4-point lead in the ball. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Serenity Anderson, and we have an illegal screen called against, I believe, Deja Adams. So Middle Township, after the turnover, will get possession here.
That's going to be the first personal foul against Deja Adams, first team foul against Manchester.
Herlihy driving into the lane, kicks. Rusky for three, air ball. Oh, rebound falls right into Herlihy's hands after a tip, and she lays it in. And it's still Manchester by 2. Here's Moore. Hands off to Anderson. It's loose. Anderson picks it back up. Takes it right wing, kicks. Goes to Reynolds. Reynolds into the lane. Backs up. Goes to Anderson. Now it's Moore again. Moore into the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Coyle. Coyle falls to the floor. Now we have a jump ball. Possession to Middle.
But that was an interesting play, to say the least.
Here's Herlihy across the division line. Middle can tie, take the lead with a 3. They've never led in this game. They've cut Manchester's lead to 2 on numerous occasions, but have never tied it. Here's Hunter. Bad pass, out of bounds.
Well, it was tied at 10.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're
very,
right.
very briefly.
Yes.
After Middle fell behind.
Manchester went down and made a 3 right on that next possession.
Right. Very briefly. And that's the third turnover against Middle Township in the third quarter.
Here's a 3-pointer on the way. It's an air ball, saved in bounds by Manchester, but Rusky has it for Middle. Rusky trying to run, foul line area, goes to Herlihy. Herlihy along the baseline, kicks out to Hunter, swung over to Coyle. Coyle down low to Rusky. Rusky on the left wing, walks it back out between the 2 circles. 4.5 to go third quarter, Manchester by 2. Herlihy along the baseline to a cutting Nelson. Pass was stolen away. Loose on the floor, and we have a foul from behind on Nelson.
And Olivia Nelson, after turning the ball over, picks up a frustration foul, and that's going to be her third, Brian. Team second here in the third quarter. 4:27 to play in period number 3. Manchester Township up 24-22. Middle Township has had multiple opportunities on the offensive end to try and tie this game up, but they're not even getting shots, they're turning it over.
Here's Kamari Reynolds, holding against Bridget Rusky. Tries to use a ball screen, can't get free, and backs it away. Reynolds again, lobs in the post, spinning is Adams, jumper on the way, no good, rebound Herlihy. Boy, Middle Township rotates so well out of its man-to-man defense. Herlihy on the wing, goes back to Hunter. Hunter steps in, Rusky fakes, drives, kicks, and now it's Hunter again. Hunter holding against Kamaya Spence. In the corner to Rusky. Rusky turns, faces, puts the ball on the floor, cutting Herlihy. No good on the shot, may have been blocked from behind. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Middle. Got it to Hunter. Hunter backs away. Bounces over to Coyle, in the corner to Herlihy. Baseline drive is short. Rebound brought down, loose on the floor. And we have a jump ball. Possession to Manchester Township.
And again, Jenna Herlihy driving that left baseline. A lot of contact, but looked like a good no call. Because Manchester is really playing some stingy defense. And one thing about this Manchester Township Hawks team, Brian, watching them in their half-court defense, they really close out quickly.
Yes, they do.
Put a lot of pressure. No matter who has the ball, they're up and on them.
Here's Reynolds. Fakes, lobs in the corner. Back to Moore. Moore against Herlihy. Holding, driving the lane, and she double dribbled.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, Moore wanted so badly to use her right hand, and Herlihy kept forcing her to go left, and she looked very uncomfortable going into the lane and double dribbled. Manchester Township now showing full court pressure.
And that's the first turnover against Manchester Township here in the third quarter.
Hunter with it, goes over to Herlihy on the left wing. Herlihy back to Ruski. Swung over to London, in the corner to Allison Hunter. Hunter traveled with it.
And that is turnover number 5 here in the third quarter. Middle Township has turned it over 15 times in this game with 2:45 to play in period number 3.
Here's Reynolds in between the two circles. Looking for more, and Herlihy forced that turnover. She got in the passing lane, never got her hands on the ball, but Moore was expecting Herlihy to tip it, and then it went right through Moore's hands and out of bounds.
I thought I was going to have a catch and shoot.
Speaking of turnovers, if that ball came to you, here's Ruski across the division line for middle. Goes in the corner to London. London back to Ruski, to Hunter, center of the floor. And now Middle Township wants a timeout. 2:23 to go third quarter, 24-22 Manchester. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
About the Wildwoods,
The surfing.
the fishing,
The boardwalk. Great food. Beautiful free beaches. Water slides.
Games.
Great shopping.
The tram car.
Fun places to stay.
Rides. Great entertainment. I love those Wildwood days and nights.
Visit wildwoodsnj.com/love to share your stories, photos, and videos for a chance to win great prizes and get your free Wildwoods vacation guide with over $400 in valuable coupons.
(24-22) Manchester Township leads Middle Township here late in the third quarter. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Bob Noel State Farm, 19 Hand Avenue in Cape May Courthouse. Call Bob Noel at State Farm, 465-2878 for more information. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Switch to solar energy with Geoscape Solar to save your wallet and the planet. Call 1-877-GEOSUN1 today. Geoscape Solar is a proud sponsor of Middle Township High School and would like to wish the Panthers the best of luck. Out of the timeout, Middle with the ball, 2:23 to go third quarter. Manchester now showing 1-3-1 zone. Hunter, bad pass, threw it over London's head and out of bounds. Every timeout, Manchester Township has changed defenses, and Middle Township was caught there, not ready, and an errant pass causes a turnover. We have 2 points exactly have been scored by each team in this quarter with 2:11 to go. Harper holds, looking in the post, can't get it there, backs away against Allison Hunter. Lost the dribble, flips it back to Kamari Reynolds. Reynolds against Bridget Ruski, drives, and a foul is called. And that'll give Manchester the ball out of bounds.
Bridget Ruski picks up her first. That's her first personal foul, second team foul against Middle Township here in the second half.
Moore driving, kicks, baseline jumper is short, and we have a foul over the back on Dakota Adams. Adams missed the shot, tried to follow it, and went over the back of Nadine Coyle. Hunter to inbound for Middle. Got it to Ruski. Straight man-to-man pressure by Manchester. Now they back off a bit. 1:45 to go third quarter. Middle trails by 2. Allison Hunter on the right side. Goes to Jenna Herlihy. He swung to Nadine Coyle. In the corner to Ruski. Ruski behind a screen. Holding. Coyle again. Back to Rusky again. Rusky holds, goes to London. London in the corner to Hunter. Hunter turns, squares, looks, still looking, lost the dribble, bounced it out to Herlihy. Herlihy holding. Hands off to Allison Hunter, picked up by Kamaya Spence. Hunter takes it right side, behind a screen. Goes into the corner, back out to Herlihy. Herlihy down the lane, off the glass and good, and we're tied. With 1:02 to go in the period, 24-24.
Nice patience offensively by the Lady Panthers, and it pays off.
But Herlihy could have kicked to London for an open three, but Herlihy saw a seam to the basket. You'll always take a wide open layup anytime you can get it, and that's what Herlihy got. Possession arrows in Middle's favor. Manchester looks like they may hold for one. Tied at 24, 33 seconds to go third quarter.
Middle Township's not going to pressure the ball. Manchester will hold it.
Here's Reynolds. Trying to break down Bridget Rusky. Takes it left, kicks out. Moore for three, air ball. Rebound goes off of Middle and out of bounds.
Good call that time by the official. The official right on top of that.
12.7 seconds to go third quarter.
Big defensive set right now for Middle Township.
Oh, they get it right in, and laying it up and in is Adams, or make it Harper. Manchester by two. Rusky pushing. Rusky center of the floor, loses the basketball. Pushing is Reynolds. Shoots. It's short at the buzzer. End of three quarters. Manchester 26. Middle Township 24. Back with the start of the fourth quarter after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
We want insurance policy choices that are easy to make. With the J. Byrne Insurance Consumer Rate Quote, now you can, anytime, 24 hours a day. Go to jbaquote.com to compare fast, free quotes now. We are an independent agency representing choice, helping you to find carriers in minutes. Enter some simple information and instantly get the best rates from the best carriers to find what policy is best for you, all in one place. Quick, easy choices. Compare your free quotes today at jbaquote.com.
(26-24), Manchester Township leads Middle after three quarters. South Jersey Group 2 Girls Basketball Championship game brought to you by Cape Urgent Care. They proudly sponsor Cape May County High School and the New Jersey State playoffs here on 98.7 The Coast. They have two conveniently located centers in Cape May County to serve all sports fans. Their newest location will open soon in Wildwood on Rio Grande Boulevard. Visit CapeRegionalUrgentCare.com.
You know, Brian, as we talked to the Atlantic City Press's Mike McGarry at the half, and we were saying somebody other than Herlihy needs to score. Well, in that third quarter, the only person that scored for Middle was Jenna Herlihy.
And luckily, Manchester only scored 4 points as well.
But not only that, the only people that got shots, Jenna Herlihy was 2 of 4 from the floor, and Rusky was 0 for 2 from beyond. No one else in the middle.
So defense for Manchester again to start the period. London on the left side goes back to Rusky. Rusky out to Herlihy, into the lane, kicks. Hunter fakes, lobs it out to Rusky. Rusky for three, short. Rebound Coyle in the post, and they call a jump ball. Possession to Manchester. I thought they were going to get her for traveling, so at the very least, Middle will get the ball on the next held ball. It actually turns into a little mini break for Middle.
Yeah, absolutely. They did not call the travel.
Here's Moore on the wing. Moore holds. Goes to Bethany Burton. Back to Reynolds. Back to Burton in the post. Good catch. Couldn't finish. Got her own rebound. And they call a foul on Allison Hunter from behind.
that foul on Allison Hunter will be her second, third team foul against Middle Township.
Moore to inbound. Having trouble. Threw it in, threw it away. Kira sides with the loose ball from Middle. Down the center of the floor. Had it tipped right out of her hands and lost it. Here's Reynolds running. Reynolds on the wing. And walks it back out between the two circles. Flips it over to Spence. Spence around a screen. To Burton. Reynolds now on the wing for Manchester. 6.5 to go. Manchester by 2. Middle Township has never led in this game. Moore between the circles. Driving to the basket. Missed it. Herlihy the rebound. She wants to push. Jenna Herlihy up the left wing. Jenna Herlihy to the basket. Layup is no good. Rebound Olivia Nelson. Got it, the foul. Nelson ties the game. She'll go to the free throw line to try to give Middle its first lead.
Well, Middle Township down on the defensive end had a good sequence where they really sucked it up, got a big stop. Hurley coming away with the defensive rebound, pushing the ball all the way down the floor.
Free throw by Nelson drops in. That is Middle Township's first lead with 6:14 to go in the game.
And Olivia Nelson's first 3 points of tonight's game.
Here is Kamari Reynolds between the circles. Driving to the basket, kicks across.
Oh,
fake on the shot. They get it out to Moore.
Looked like she walked.
Oh, Moore just double dribbled. That wasn't called. She fumbled the ball with both hands, dropped it. They get it into Burton, and she is fouled before the shot.
And they're going to get Bridget Ruski.
Moore was picking up her dribble, put both hands on it, dropped it, picked it up again. But here's Manchester inbounding after the foul.
And that's going to be the second personal foul against Bridget Ruski. 5th team foul against the Lady Panthers. That's a double dribble.
That's a double dribble. They get that one, yes. Yeah, Dakota Adams received the ball with one hand, put it on the floor, picked it up and dribbled again. So Middle will have it up by 1, looking to extend its lead. This is their first lead of the game. They got it on Olivia Nelson's three-point play the old-fashioned way on their last possession. Herlihy driving, and she is fouled.
What a screen Allison Hunter set out on the left elbow. And Jenna Herlihy used it. Allison Hunter really set one heck of a screen.
I thought Herlihy could have passed that across to Nelson for a wide open layup. Didn't see her, but she did get fouled. She makes the first. You know, lost in all this is the fact that in this second half, Manchester has just one field goal. Second free throw by Herlihy is good.
And Dakota Adams just picked up her 4th personal foul, Brian.
29-26 Middle, 5:20 to go. Driving is Reynolds, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Hunter. Boy, that ball did everything but fall. That was a strong move by Reynolds. She didn't finish it, though.
A big defensive rebound by Allison Hunter. So she set a big screen down the offensive end.
Oh, loose ball on the floor. Manchester has it. We're tied up now as Herlihy dives in, and Middle will have possession.
And that goes back to that no walk call that turned into a jump ball call against Middle Township that gave possession and changed the arrow, giving it to Manchester now. And you had said it was a mini break. Well, that now turns into a pretty good break.
So Middle with possession after the jump, 4:56 to go in the game. They lead by 3. Here's Bridget Ruski.
Coach John Leahy pleading something to one of the officials.
Holds, lobs over to Allison Hunter. Hunter goes over to Herlihy. Herlihy knifes through, passes down low, sides was open. Herlihy way too much mustard on it, and it goes out of bounds.
Yes, absolutely. She found her.
29-26, 4:40 to go in the game. Manchester calls timeout. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. (29-26), Middle Township leads Manchester. You know, the interesting thing is, buddy, when we had that jump ball sequence last time, John Leahy was yelling at one of the officials. Dave Boschman from Manchester was yelling at the other. So you know what that tells you? The officials got it right.
Absolutely.
Here's Reynolds, fouled by Hunter.
And that's going to be the third personal foul against Allison Hunter.
And John Leahy is basically pleading with the officials, saying, let me have the same call down this end. That was a foul, though. Here's Reynolds.
Hunter's third, and that's the sixth team foul against Middle Township. 4:25 to play. 29-26, Middle on top. South Jersey Group 2 championship action.
Reynolds around a screen. Can't shake free. Lobs it out to Anderson. Anderson picked up by Sides. Anderson lost the dribble, passes out, tipped away by Ruski, and it's going to go off of Middle and out of bounds.
And Bridget Ruski doing a great job defensively. Thought she knocked it off of Reynolds.
Oh, losing the ball is Manchester. Here's Hunter down the left wing. Bounces to Sides, over to Nelson, in the corner to Ruski. Inside 4 minutes to go, Middle by 3. Herlihy holding. Middle spreads the floor, gets it over to Sides. Sides doubled, spins away from it, lobs it in the corner to Hunter. Ruski now, goes to Nelson. Back out to Herlihy. Herlihy holding the dribble on the right wing in front of the Middle bench. Back to Bridget Ruski. Middle by 3, 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Left side, Hunter. Hunter goes to Herlihy, in between the circles. Herlihy over to Ruski. Ruski driving with the left-handed dribble, passes across. Sides thought about a 3, now drives, passes across. Nelson got it on the layup.
I'll tell you what, again, Middle Township very patient, and it pays off.
Here's a 3 on the way. It's an air ball. It'll go out of bounds by Manchester. And you can see the young nerves by Manchester starting to come forward here as Middle Township has taken and now extended their lead to 5 points at 31-26.
Yeah, that was not a good shot by the freshman, Serenity Anderson.
Middle Township will call a timeout. 3:06 to go in the fourth. Middle 31, Manchester 26. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
Out of it, but it's still a part of my life.
Me too, Mom. Now I enjoy it right alongside my kids.
Wow, 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 those wild days. Wow, 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 days. Every day's a holiday. Every night is Saturday.
We love the Wildwoods. Win a free Wildwoods family vacation at wildwoodsnj.com.
All right, back at Middle Township, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Middle Township is on a 7-0 run. They lead Manchester 31-26. They trailed almost the entire game, and they have now taken a lead in the fourth quarter. And Manchester has yet to score in this period, and they've gone an awfully long time without scoring. I don't think they've scored since there was about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter, maybe even more than that.
Yeah, they've only scored 4 points the entire second half.
They get it into Herlihy against some pressure here. Herlihy up the left side. Herlihy stops, goes over to Allison Hunter. Inside 3 minutes to go. Middle by 5. Hunter holds. Middle going to its delay offense. Lost the dribble, goes to Kira Sides. Sides lobs it over to Herlihy. Herlihy holds. Puts the ball on the floor. Gets a ball screen from Hunter. Lobbed back out to Hunter. Hunter to Rusky. Rusky holds. Goes over to Sides. Sides holding on the left wing. Sides takes it right side. Backs it out. Still holding on the wing. Lobs back to Rusky. Rusky holding. Rusky threw it away. Too hard for Jenna Herlihy.
And that's the 20th turnover against Middle Township. And that was some defensive pressure, obviously, but that was not really what you would call a forced turnover. Bridget Rusky just threw the ball away.
Manchester down 5. Here's Reynolds driving to the basket, and they call a foul in Middle Township.
Wow. Call that foul on Nadine Coyle. Wow. Nadine Coyle was playing it like a big oak tree.
Oh, the official didn't call a blocking foul. He called a hit, which would tell you that I guess he saw that Coyle reached down. Reynolds missed the first foul shot.
Well, quite frankly, I thought he was going to call that when he indicated the type of foul. Then it should have been on Rusky, because that's who Reynolds beat off the dribble. Coyle did a great job to get over and help side defense.
Second free throw by Reynolds on the way. That's good. That's Manchester's first point of the fourth quarter. Middle leading by 4. 2:10 to go. Hunter lost the dribble, goes to Nelson in the corner to Sides. Sides driving. Sides into the lane, kicks out to Herlihy.
Under 2 minutes.
Herlihy doubled, hands off to Hunter. Hunter dribble handoff with Rusky. She's doubled, goes to Hunter. Hunter between the circles. Picks up the dribble, bounces to Rusky, and she is fouled. That's only the 15th foul on Manchester. 1:47 to go in the game.
And that foul was on Deja Adams, and it will be her second. And as Brian just said, just the 5th team foul.
I think Manchester wants a timeout. They're going to take a 30-second timeout, I believe, with 1:47 to go. Middle leading at 31-27. We'll keep it right here. South Jersey Group 2 championship game. Middle looking for its first South Jersey title since 2012 and the program's 7th overall. And see if Manchester goes into some kind of a run and jump defense here, buddy, as Middle is certainly trying to ice the game here by spreading the floor.
And you know what's quite interesting, Brian, is the simple fact that Coach John Leahy is able to allow Allison Hunter to bring the ball up the floor instead of it being Herlihy or Rusky. And Allison Hunter is a very good ball handler, but he's looking at his matchups.
Exactly. Allison Hunter, as a 5'9" kid, often has a forward who isn't as athletic guarding her, so she can really handle the ball. That's a good point, buddy.
And she does. She does a great job in handling the basketball. And it's kind of, it's a coaching move that you watch with Coach John Leahy. And he's looking at those matchups and said, all right, Allison, you can bring it up.
Reynolds fouls Rusky. 1:45 to go in the game. That's the 6th team foul on Manchester, and it almost looked like Middle. It's going to come down to taking care of the ball and making free throws. They lead by 4. In the backcourt to Rusky. Rusky across the division line. Takes it left wing. Hands off to Herlihy. Herlihy takes it left wing again. Now dribbles back to the right. Holding the dribble. Still holding. Picks it up. And is fouled. That'll send Jenna Herlihy to the line for a 1-and-1.
And I'll tell you what, if you're Manchester, that's an unfortunate foul. Because Herlihy picked up her dribble, and Manchester was then able to get a good double team, if not almost a triple team on her. She had nowhere to go. Coach Leahy was going to be forced to call a timeout.
And I don't think he has many left, bud. He might only have one left.
Exactly. That was my, that was going to be my end of the point, was exactly that.
Herlihy, no good, short. Rebound taken by Allison Hunter and lobs it back out to Ruski. What a big rebound by Hunter. Herlihy around the defender, takes it right side, double, throw it away. Reynolds gets it up the floor, layup is good by Adams. Timeout Manchester. Another Middle Township turnover, 31-29 now they lead with 1:09 to go. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
The Wildwoods, the surfing,
The fishing. The boardwalk. Great food. Beautiful free beaches. Water slides.
games,
Great shopping.
the tram car,
Fun places to stay.
the rides, great entertainment. I love those Wildwood days and nights.
Visit wildwoodsnj.com/love to share your stories, photos, and videos for a chance to win great prizes and get your free Wildwoods vacation guide with over $400 in valuable coupons.
Middle leads at 31-29. Late in the fourth quarter here.
And Brian, that was their 21st turnover. Middle Township's turned it over 4 times here in the fourth quarter, and that one was the biggest because it gave Manchester an uncontested layup to pull within 2.
Hunter to inbound. Got it to Herlihy. Herlihy up the left side, takes a bump. Spinning, lost the dribble, got it back to Hunter. Hunter lobs up to Ruski. Ruski is fouled. And that'll send Bridget Ruski to the line for a 1-and-1.
And that foul is going to be called against number 35, the junior, Aisha Harper. That's going to be her first 7th team foul.
By the way, that 1-and-1 missed by Herlihy a little bit ago, buddy. She was 8 for her first 8 from the line. So Ruski at the line for a 1-and-1 with Middle up by 2 with 59 seconds to go in the game. Oh, it rattles in and out. Here comes Manchester. They can tie or take the lead with a 3. Reynolds driving to the basket. Floater is short. Rebound to Ruski. Ruski dribbles through a double team and is fouled. Boy, Reynolds just went way too fast there, buddy.
And I'll tell you what, that defensive rebound, Allison Hunter did a great job on the defense and chasing Reynolds down and not allowing her to get off a good shot. But that defensive rebound, although it ended up in Ruski's hands, it happened because Olivia Nelson was in good position and smart enough to tip the ball to Bridget Ruski.
That free throw rattles in and out. Olivia Nelson, the offensive rebound, and she is fouled.
Bridget Ruski has yet to score in this basketball game.
And it's double bonus time. And Nelson, who has 5 critical points in this fourth quarter, will go to the line. Free throw is good.
Yeah, Olivia Nelson has saved all her scoring for this fourth quarter.
Second one's no good. Long rebound to Manchester. Loose on the floor. Now pushing. They get it up to Spence. 40 seconds to go. Manchester trails by 3. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds, top of the key to Moore on the wing. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds driving is fouled by Ruski. That's going to send Reynolds to the line for a 1-on-1.
And that's going to be the third personal foul on Bridget Ruski. And she just looks at the officials like, what did I do? A little bit.
I think Reynolds slipped a little bit, but I think the contact caused it as well. That's why it's a foul. Free throw is good with 23.5 seconds left.
32-29, Middle Township on top. The freshman, Chimera Reynolds, will get another.
That one's good. It's a 1-point game. Hurley pushing. Is trapped and has to call a timeout. Boy, she didn't see Kira Sides. Kira Sides was way up the floor and would have been wide open for a layup. But Hurley, does the safe thing and calls timeout. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, and with all that pressure coming at Jenna Hurley, she was unable to get a good, clean look up the floor. And, she did the next best thing. She called a timeout instead of turning the ball over, whether she would have dribbled it off her foot, being tight to that sideline, or threw the ball away if Sides would not have been able to get it.
Middle is only 1 for their last 5 at the foul line after they were 10 for their first 10. I'm sorry, 9 for their first 10.
Well, they're 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter.
20 seconds to go. Hunter to inbound, got it to Hurley. Tipped out of bounds by Reynolds, or trying to get it to Ruski. Was tipped out of bounds by Reynolds with 18.9 seconds to go. Hunter to inbound again. Looking, and Middle calls a timeout. That's their last one. They are out of timeouts with 18.9 seconds to go. They lead it by 1. And we'll keep it right here.
Wow. Another game right here coming down to the final seconds. And it doesn't get much bigger than this South Jersey Group 2 championship matchup. Middle trying to hold on to this 1-point lead. But as Brian has just said, it's foul shooting. If Middle's able to make free throws here in the last minute.
You wonder too, buddy, will John Leahy be aggressive here and try to throw a home run ball to get a layup? Because Manchester is really pressuring up. It's a sideline out of bounds play. Let's see what they do. Could be a screen for the screener. They get it in. They lob it ahead to Ruski. Get it in the front court. Ruski is fouled by Reynolds, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots with 15.4 seconds to go.
Well, that was interesting, too. It was almost, I know she had a quick freshman guard on her, Chimera Reynolds, but Ruski had a step.
I think she did the smart thing. It's either wide open or pull it out. Here's Ruski. 2 free throws. Nothing but net on the first.
And Chimera Reynolds picks up her 4th foul.
Manchester Township calls timeout with 15.4 to go. We'll keep it here. 33-31. Middle is on top. When we come out of the timeout, Bridget Ruski will have the second of 2 free throws.
And that is the first point that Bridget Ruski has scored in tonight's basketball game.
Yes, but she has also, buddy, drawn the defensive assignment against Manchester's leading scorer in Kamari Reynolds. and she's held her to 10 points and only 3 field goals in the game to this point. So Ruski has spent an awful lot of energy on the defensive end, and it was Jenna Herlihy really picking up the offense. She has 20 in the game, and then Olivia Nelson with 6 in this fourth quarter for Middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you know, the floor game that Bridget Ruski plays, I mean, she's got 6 rebounds. Nadine Coyle leads the Panthers with 8. Matter of fact, Nadine Coyle leads all. She's got a game-high 8 rebounds. And Ruski is second with those 6 rebounds and always drawing the toughest defensive assignments. And between her and Jenna Herlihy, absolutely the floor generals out there for Middle Township.
Bridget Ruski, the second of 2 free throws out of the timeout. Dribbles 3 times, studies, shoots. It's no good. Rebound to Manchester. Reynolds pushing, 10 seconds to go. Reynolds on the wing, kicks, 3-ball, bang! Middle's got to push, 3 seconds to go. Hunter from half court, it's no good. And Manchester Township stuns Middle as Deja Adams knocks down a 3 with 5 seconds left to win the South Jersey Championship. Wow. 34-33, Manchester beats Middle Township. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back after this on 98.7 The Coast WCZT. It's number 20, right? All right, back at Middle Township High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and the Middle Township High School girls basketball team was just stunned a few seconds before the buzzer. Deja Adams, who had made only 10 3-point shots all year coming into this game, knocks down a 3 with 5.7 seconds left. Middle Township out of timeouts. All they could get off was a half-court heave by Allison Hunter. It was no good. And the Lady Panthers stunned at home, 34-33. And, you know, where this really came down to for Middle Township is that they missed 5 of their last 7 free throw attempts. And they had every opportunity, not necessarily to put the game away, but to certainly put themselves in much better position. And those missed free throws certainly cost Middle Township, and they will finish the season at 25-4.
Well, you know,
boy,
Brian,
what a finish, buddy.
Absolutely. And, you know, as you said, the Middle Township faithful, you talk about sitting here stunned, absolutely stunned. That shot that was made by Deja Adams, again, as you said, she's not one of their three-point shooters. You could see her coming down, taking a 2, but for her to come down and launch a 3, and, you know, there was no doubt about it. I mean, that was absolutely a big-time shot. You know, and you look at, when you're looking at the stat sheet and what went wrong, I mean, Middle Township turned it over 21 times tonight. 21 turnovers. They shot good free throws until the game counted. And then they you know, the free throw shooting, they finished 12 of 18 as a team, but in that fourth quarter, that is really, and you know, that's the key. If you're winning the game the way they were and you make free throws, you will end up probably winning the basketball game. But them not being able to convert at the foul line allowed Manchester Township to come back, chip away, kept them within, you know, making it a one-possession game. They never were able to get it to a 2-possession game.
Right, yeah. Middle was 3 for its last 8 from the foul line. And, you know, we have a good angle down here where we are on the baseline, buddy. And, you know, unfortunately, 2 of the misses by Bridget Ruskey out of her hand both look good. They both rattled in and out. And the interesting thing is, Middle even got the rebounds of 2 of their missed 1-and-1s and still couldn't put Manchester away. And you got to give Manchester a lot of credit there.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
You know, they hang in and they get a 3-point shot by a kid who had made, not only had she only made 10 3-pointers all year, buddy, but Deja Adams had only scored 86 points on the season coming into this game. And she ends up knocking down a 3-pointer from just to the left of the top of the key that breaks Lady Panther hearts here in Cape May Courthouse.
And, you know, looking at that stat sheet and quickly, Middle Township shot 10 for 31 from the floor. They were 9 for 20 inside the arc, 1 of 11 from beyond. They out-rebounded Manchester soundly, 28-10. They had 14 defensive, 14 offensive, as we did 12 of 18 from the line, 21 turnovers. Manchester shot 10 for 33. They were 6 of 24 inside the arc, 4 of 9 from beyond. They had 10 rebounds as a team, 5 defensive, 5 offensive, and they were 10 of 12 from the foul line, including 3 of 4 in the fourth quarter, and they turned it over 14 times. So, you know, you don't want to harp on a lot of the negative, but, you know, one of the things, too, that stands out is the fact that, you know, the leading scorer for the Lady Panthers all year, Bridget Ruskey, I mean, she finished the game with 1 point. And that is going to be, you know, being the competitor that she is, you know, that's going to be very tough on her. And it's a shame because it does not need to, you know, that's how this season ended, but it's no reflection on her basketball career.
Yeah, she finished as a 1,000-point scorer. This Middle Township group, a lot of success here. They won the Cape Atlantic League championship game last year in overtime. Made it to the Cape Atlantic League championship game this year, lost in overtime to Ocean City, and they make it to the South Jersey Group 2 championship game and lose on a stunning shot from Deja Adams with 5 seconds left. And as we said, you know, Middle Township, John Leahy is one of the best in South Jersey at drawing up plays when you really need them, but he didn't have the opportunity to draw up a play because Middle was out of timeouts. Jenna Hurley alertly got the ball out of the basket, passed it into Allison Hunter, who was able to get as far as half court, and her shot was off to the left and a bit short from just beyond half court. So Middle Township loses it 34-33. Manchester Township wins the South Jersey title. They improve to 24-5. Kamari Reynolds finishes with 10 points. Aaliyah Moore with 9. Deja Adams with 5, including the big three-pointer just before the buzzer. 3 points for Kamaya Spence and 2 apiece for Dakota Adams, Serenity Anderson, and Aisha Harper. For Middle Township, they finish at 25-4. Jenna Herlihy had 20. Olivia Nelson with 6. Allison Hunter with 5. Bridget Rusky with 1. Kira Sides with 1. And you hate to harp on it, but you can't run away from facts. In Middle Township, made only 3 of their last 8 free throw attempts in the last minute and a half of the game. Left the door open for Manchester Township, and Manchester Township kicked it through on Deja Adams' dagger of a three-pointer with 5 seconds left to win it 34-33.
However, the Magical Mystery Tour does continue tomorrow, Brian, with our broadcast at Wildwood.
Yeah, we have 5 o'clock coming up tomorrow. South Jersey Group 1 championship game. It'll be Haddon Township at Wildwood. Our understanding is that tickets, they did a pre-sale, are completely sold out. So if you don't have a ticket, don't try to go to the game. We'll have a live video stream. We'll put the link up on Twitter and Facebook tomorrow. We'll announce it on our broadcast as well. And, of course, we'll be live on 98.7 The Coast. But this one, what a stunner. Manchester Township beats Middle Township 34-33, wins the South Jersey Group 2 championship over the Lady Panthers. For Norm back at the studio, for Matt Ulmer of Ulmer's Appliance on the video feed, for my partner, Buddy Tarbot, and all of our gracious sponsors, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us. Once again, Middle Township falls in the South Jersey Group 2 championship game 34-33 to Manchester Township. That'll do it for high school playoff basketball for now on 98.7 The Coast WCZT.